You mentioned the tribe, and we spoke a lot about connections, and that seems like a really big element of integrating and feeling well, feeling good in a new community or in a new society. What other elements are there to this equation that people need to be mindful of?
Understanding just simple things like understanding the laws and the customs of ways, just things like that can, if you get tripped up by that stuff, can have a real big impact. So there's all those small, sometimes big aspects of things to be aware of. Other than that, I think it really is, you're a human being. You're going to a place full of other human beings. There will be some things that are different culturally or linguistically, but they're human beings. And underneath it all, human beings are all about values. And so it's about recognizing and understanding yourself. And that's something that moving away from home brings, because we don't necessarily consciously think about who we are or what we value when we're growing up, because it just is. We just are on some level. Of course, you might go through that questioning process. That's partly what teenage years are for, but you're doing it potentially in a sort of familiar space. When you go away from that familiar space, it's all up for grabs. And it really makes you have to reflect on things, because suddenly, and this is when you're an adult, my 5-year-old son just met other kids and became friends with them. He's not had this existential thought process, I don't suppose. But when you're an adult and you move away from home, yeah, you do reflect about, where am I going to meet people? Where am I going to find work? How am I going to communicate? So suddenly these big fundamental questions come up. And it's how we answer them and how we act on them that becomes important.